welcome to Finance Deep Dive. Today, we're going to tackle that one big nagging question that we all have, but we're kind of afraid to ask. Am I on track? Do I have enough money saved for my age? It's a huge source of stress for so many people, but don't worry. In the next few minutes, we're going to give you the simple, clear answers you've been searching for. So let's just ask it straight up. Are you financially on track for your age? We're going to cut through all the confusing advice and all the noise, and in this video, we'll give you the simple, straightforward benchmarks you actually need. And you know what? The real answer is probably going to surprise you. We've all seen those scary headlines, right? The ones that say you need millions and millions of dollars to ever retire. Well, a lot of that is just designed to scare you. The truth is much more realistic and way more achievable than you might think. All right, first up, let's figure out your real financial score. Before we can even start talking about numbers and goals, we have to forget about the crazy averages you hear about and learn the right way to measure your financial progress. So, what is the score? It's your net worth. Now, that might sound fancy, but it's actually super simple. It's just what you own minus what you owe. That's it. So you take all the good stuff, the cash in your bank account, your investments, any home equity, and then you subtract the not-so-fun stuff, like student loans or credit card debt. That number you're left with? That's your net worth. Okay, now take a look at this. This is why we have to forget the average. The average U.S. net worth is almost $700,000, which sounds insane, right? But then look at the median net worth. That's the number for the person smack dab in the middle of the pack. It's less than 100 grand. So what is going on here? Why is there such a massive difference? Well, there's a funny saying that explains this perfectly. On average, a person has one testicle. See? Averages get totally skewed by the outliers, the billionaires of the world. The median, though, gives us the true, realistic picture of where the typical person actually stands. So from now on in this video, we are only looking at the median. So now that we're using the right measuring stick, let's get into the good stuff, the milestones. These are your real net worth goals, decade by decade. For someone who's 20 years old, the median net worth is 0. A big old goose egg. That's right. So if you're in your early 20s and you don't have a negative net worth, you are already ahead of the game. Seriously, do not stress if you're starting from scratch. That's completely normal. Now, by age 30, you're hitting your first major milestone. The big goal here is to have saved up 1 times your annual salary. So if you make $60,000 a year, you're aiming for a $60,000 net worth. This is also the time to focus on building a great credit score, think 700 to 750, and getting those retirement accounts like a 401k or an HSA started. And please, don't worry about buying a house yet. Hey, just a quick pause. If you're getting some real value out of this video and liking the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It honestly motivates us a ton to keep making more videos just like this one. Thanks. After you hit 30, things really start to pick up steam. The momentum builds fast. As you can see, by 35, the goal is 2 times your salary. Then by 40, it's 3 times. And then it really starts to accelerate, 4 to 6 times by age 50, and then a whopping 8 to 10 times your salary by the time you're 60. This is what they call the power of compounding. Now, here is a really crucial piece of advice. Your 30s are your prime income growth years. Statistically, for most people, our salary growth tends to level off after we hit 40. That makes your 30s the most critical decade to be aggressive, to push for those raises, and to make those career changes that get you a pay bump. And then, right around your 50s, something really magical happens. It's that compounding effect we were talking about. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a really long hill. At first, it's small, but as it rolls, it picks up more and more snow, getting bigger and faster. Eventually, your investment returns start generating more money each year than you can even save. Your money is officially working harder than you are. So, okay, those are the milestones. Those are the big goals. Now for the really important part. How do you actually get there? Well, don't worry. It's not as complex as you think. Here is a simple but very effective winning strategy. The single most effective thing you can aim for is a 50% savings rate. I know, that sounds kind of crazy, and it's a huge target. But it is the ultimate fast track to hitting these milestones and achieving financial freedom way ahead of schedule. So how is saving 50% even possible? Well, you can break it down into 3 steps. Step 1, and this is the most important, you have to focus on getting your income above $50,000 a year. It's just too hard otherwise. Step 2, forget about cutting out coffees. Focus on the big wins, your housing and transportation costs. Lowering those makes a much bigger dent. And finally, step 3, invest the surplus aggressively. And where should you invest that money first? Before you even think about the stock market, your best investment with a guaranteed return is paying off high-interest debt. Think about it. Wiping out a credit card that's charging you 20% interest is like getting a guaranteed 20% return on your money. You can't beat that. Okay, finally, let's talk about the ultimate goal in all of this. Because after all the numbers, all the strategies, it turns out it's not actually about the money. So let me ask you a question. What's more important than the number in your bank account? What's the real skill that we should all be trying to build? It's this: learning to be happy with less. If you can master your own desires, that is the ultimate financial superpower. When you don't feel that constant need to upgrade your life every time you get a raise, saving money becomes effortless, and you'll reach your goals way faster than you ever thought possible. So, I'll leave you with this last thought to chew on. The numbers we talked about today, they can define your wealth, but only you can define your freedom. If this video helped you think a little differently about your money, make sure to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.